When you hear the word desert, what comes to mind? Endless sand, blazing sun, and perhaps a wide-brimmed hat to shield your face. For many women over 60, the desert is more than just a landscape. It's a metaphor for how fashion often feels at this stage of life: harsh, limiting, and a little unforgiving. But here's the truth no one tells you. Turning 65 doesn't mean your style has to fade into the background. In fact, dressing for the desert can become one of the most liberating and exciting fashion adventures of your life. Smooth transition, and that's exactly what this video is here to explore. So, let's tackle the big question right away. Can fashion still be cool after 65, especially when the climate and the culture seems to work against you? I know many of you have asked yourselves this quietly, perhaps while packing for a trip to Arizona or walking under the bright Nevada sun. You wonder, do I have to sacrifice elegance for comfort? Do I have to choose between looking stylish and staying practical? The answer, my friend, is no. With the right approach, you can have both and more. Smooth transition. Because fashion after 60 is no longer about chasing trends, it's about rewriting the rules. Here's the secret. Age-defying fashion isn't about trying to look 25 again. It's about enhancing the woman you are now, in this exact moment of life. Dressing for the desert at 65 means you get to mix elegance with practicality, style with freedom, and comfort with quiet confidence. And in the process, you'll discover outfits that feel cooler, literally and figuratively, than anything you wore in your younger years. Think desert chic outfits, timeless neutrals, breathable fabrics, and accessories that whisper sophistication instead of shouting for attention. Smooth transition. But here's where it gets exciting. You don't have to figure it out alone. In this video, I'll walk you step by step through the choices that make desert fashion not only survivable, but unforgettable. From the fabrics that keep you fresh while looking polished, to the color palettes that flatter mature skin tones, to accessories that elevate any look without weighing you down, you'll learn exactly how to dress smart and stylish. Whether you live in the desert year-round or just plan to visit, these tips will change the way you see your wardrobe. Smooth transition. And the best part? Every style choice we'll explore is designed to make you feel confident, radiant, and completely yourself. So, grab a cool glass of water, settle in, and let's dive into the first secret. Because when it comes to dressing for the desert at 65, the story always begins with the fabric you choose. Let's start with the foundation of every outfit, the fabric. If you've ever walked out into the desert sun wearing polyester or a synthetic blend, you know how quickly the wrong choice can turn a beautiful day into a miserable one. Synthetic fabrics trap heat, cling to the skin, and often highlight sweat in all the wrong places. For women over 60, this doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it can also make you appear older and less polished than you truly are. The truth is, no amount of styling can save an outfit made from fabric that works against you. Smooth transition. That's why the first step to dessert dressing at 65 is choosing breathable, natural fabrics that work with your body, not against it. Linen, cotton, and lightweight silk are your best friends. Linen, with its airy weave, allows your skin to breathe and creates that effortless, I woke up chic vibe. Cotton, especially in a higher thread count, is soft against mature skin and absorbs moisture without making you look wilted. And silk, particularly when blended with cotton, adds a touch of understated luxury, perfect for those moments when you want to look a little more dressed up without overheating. These are the fabrics that whisper quiet luxury fashion, the kind that looks expensive without ever trying too hard. Smooth transition. But fabrics aren't just about comfort. They're about presence and attitude, too. The beauty of natural fabrics lies not only in how they feel, but also in how they move. Picture a long linen tunic gently swaying in the desert breeze, or a silk scarf catching the sunlight as you adjust it around your shoulders. These subtle movements add a sense of ease and sophistication, the kind of elegance that younger women often try to replicate but rarely master. At 65, you don't need trends. You need textures that carry you with grace. Smooth transition. And once you've mastered fabrics, the next key to unlocking desert chic is color. Because while the fabric keeps you cool, the shades you choose are what make your entire look glow. Now that we've chosen fabrics that let your skin breathe and your style shine, it's time to look at the next essential ingredient: color. The desert itself offers the perfect guide. Soft beige sands, golden sunlight, muted olive greens, and warm terracotta tones. These shades don't just blend beautifully with the environment, they also flatter mature skin, creating a natural glow that makes you look fresh and radiant, even under the harshest sun. Smooth transition. But the truth is, not all colors are your friend at 65, especially in desert light. Wearing colors that are too dark, like heavy black or navy, can make you feel weighed down and accentuate fine lines or skin texture. On the other hand, neon brights can look jarring against softer complexions and clash with the warm tones of desert scenery. The trick is to embrace neutrals and earth tones while adding subtle layers of variation, like ivory with taupe or sand with sage green. This layering of neutrals creates depth and sophistication, a hallmark of timeless fashion for older women. Smooth transition. And here's a little secret: color can work like natural makeup for your wardrobe. For example, a flowing white linen dress can brighten your entire look the way a highlighter brightens your cheekbones. A terracotta scarf brings warmth, echoing the rosy undertones of healthy skin. Olive green trousers paired with a beige tunic offer balance and grounding, showing that elegance can still feel effortless. These shades don't just look chic, they feel appropriate, powerful, and connected to your surroundings. In the desert, color isn't only about aesthetics, it's about harmony with nature and confidence in yourself. Smooth transition. Because when your colors are right, you don't just blend into the desert, you glow against it. So the next time you're reaching into your closet, think of the desert's own palette as your inspiration. Choose shades that enhance, not overwhelm. Select tones that feel timeless instead of trendy. Remember, fashion after 60 is less about grabbing attention and more about radiating a quiet, irresistible confidence. Smooth transition. And while fabrics and colors create the canvas, it's the shapes and silhouettes of your clothing that turn that canvas into a masterpiece. Once you've mastered fabrics and colors, the next step is understanding the power of silhouette. At 65, your body deserves clothing that doesn't just fit, it should flatter. The desert, with its open skies and sweeping landscapes, invites flow and movement. That's why rigid, overly tight clothing feels out of place, while flowing, thoughtfully tailored pieces allow you to blend comfort with undeniable style. Smooth transition. The key is balance, choosing shapes that move gracefully without swallowing you whole. Think maxi dresses with subtle waist definition, or caftans with clean vertical lines that elongate rather than overwhelm. Tunics paired with slim trousers create harmony, offering freedom of movement while maintaining a polished frame. What you want to avoid are extremes. Silhouettes that are too body-hugging can feel restrictive and accentuate areas you'd prefer to soften, while overly baggy pieces may unintentionally age you. Instead, search for garments with structure in the right places: shoulders, neckline, or waist, that add refinement without discomfort. Smooth transition. And here's where desert dressing gets exciting. Your silhouette becomes a story in motion. Imagine a linen maxi that catches the desert breeze, or a sleeveless tunic that highlights toned arms while skimming gracefully over the waistline. These details create visual lines that slim, elongate, and add poise. This is the essence of flattering outfits for women over 60. Clothing that doesn't hide you, but rather frames you as the elegant, confident woman you are. Smooth transition. Because at this stage of life, your clothing shouldn't compete with you, it should celebrate you. The beauty of choosing the right silhouette is that it works with your natural presence instead of trying to reinvent it. Flowing cuts signal ease and confidence, while elegant tailoring says you're intentional about how you show up in the world. When combined with breathable fabrics and the desert-inspired palette we've already discussed, these shapes elevate your look into something quietly powerful, what we might call desert chic, smooth transition. And while your silhouette tells the story, it's the details you add, the accessories, that give that story its unforgettable flair. If fabrics and colors set the stage and silhouettes shape the story, then accessories are the finishing touches that make your look unforgettable. In the desert, accessories aren't just decorative, they're practical shields against the sun and the elements. But when chosen wisely, they can also be your most stylish allies, elevating even the simplest linen dress into a statement of refined elegance. Smooth transition. The first essential is a wide-brimmed hat, but not just any hat. Look for quality materials like straw or raffia that feel breathable yet sturdy. A beautifully crafted hat frames your face, protects your skin, and immediately adds sophistication. Pair it with oversized sunglasses, classic black or tortoiseshell, for a timeless, glamorous edge. Together, these pieces protect you from harsh sunlight while projecting effortless confidence. This is the magic of stylish sun hats and chic sunglasses. They're as functional as they are fashionable. Smooth transition. But the desert story doesn't end with hats and glasses. It flows beautifully into scarves. A lightweight silk or cotton scarf can serve multiple purposes. Draped around your shoulders, it softens your neckline and adds color. Tied loosely over your hair, it channels a vintage glamour reminiscent of old Hollywood icons crossing Palm Springs. Even folded and attached to a handbag, a scarf can instantly elevate your ensemble from casual to curated. The beauty of scarves lies in their versatility. They allow you to experiment with layers of style without ever feeling heavy. Smooth transition. And speaking of handbags, this is where you can let your personality shine. A structured tote in neutral leather or a woven straw bag signals quiet luxury. Avoid overly flashy logos or synthetic plastics, as they can cheapen your look. Instead, focus on textures and craftsmanship, details that whisper sophistication. Add minimal jewelry, like a bold cuff bracelet or a pair of gold hoops, and you'll have all the shine you need without overpowering your outfit. Smooth transition. Because in the desert, accessories are less about excess and more about elegance. When you curate them carefully, they transform your look from simple to striking. And once your accessories are in place, there's only one more step to ensure your desert wardrobe feels truly complete: the shoes you choose to walk in. Shoes are often the unsung heroes of every outfit. You can have the perfect dress, the most flattering accessories, and impeccable color choices. But if your shoes don't work, the whole look can fall flat, literally and figuratively. And in the desert, footwear is not just about fashion, it's about survival. At 65, comfort matters more than ever, but that doesn't mean you have to give up style. The right pair of shoes can balance elegance with ease, letting you walk with confidence no matter the terrain. Smooth transition. The key is to choose shoes that ground you, both in comfort and in sophistication. Start with leather sandals. A pair of strappy sandals in tan or metallic tones will go with almost everything in your desert wardrobe. They allow airflow, keep your feet cool, and when crafted with quality materials, they look polished instead of casual. Espadrilles are another chic choice. With their woven soles and soft uppers, they capture the effortless feel of summer while providing stability. And for those who prefer something a bit more structured, slip-on mules offer sophistication without the fuss of laces or buckles. Smooth transition. What you want to avoid are extremes. Shoes that sacrifice your comfort or your style. High, thin heels can sink into the sand and leave you wincing with each step. Plastic flip-flops, while convenient, can look cheap and offer little support. Remember, at this stage, your footwear should reflect chic maturity, shoes that say you're still stylish, but wise enough to value practicality. This is the essence of comfortable yet stylish shoes for women over 60, walking with grace, not pain. Smooth transition. And don't forget, shoes are more than function, they're part of the story your outfit tells. A woven sandal paired with a flowing linen dress says, effortless desert goddess. A pair of espadrilles with cropped trousers communicates polished ease. Even a neutral-toned sneaker, if sleek and minimal, can add a modern edge to your look. Each choice becomes a reflection of your lifestyle and your personality. Smooth transition. With the perfect shoes, every step becomes an extension of your style. And now that your outfit is complete from head to toe, there's one final piece to address: how your hair and makeup can withstand the desert climate while keeping you radiant. Outfits may set the tone, but your hair and makeup complete the picture. In the desert, where the air is dry and the sun unrelenting, the wrong beauty choices can quickly leave you feeling wilted. But the right approach can make you look not only fresh, but radiant, even at 65. The goal here is not heavy perfection, but natural, age-defying beauty that works in harmony with the environment. Smooth transition. Let's start with hair, because it frames your entire face. Shorter cuts like a soft bob or a layered pixie are ideal for desert living. They're lightweight, easy to manage, and won't leave you feeling suffocated in the heat. If you prefer longer hair, consider shoulder-length styles with subtle layers. These keep movement without becoming heavy. Avoid overly styled stiff looks, as they can appear dated and wilt under dry heat. Instead, embrace gentle waves or a sleek, simple blow-dry. With the right cut, your hair becomes effortlessly chic, a perfect match for youthful hairstyles for women over 60. Smooth transition. Once your hair feels manageable, your makeup should echo the same philosophy: fresh, light, and breathable. The foundation of desert beauty is skincare. A hydrating moisturizer paired with a high SPF sunscreen protects and nourishes mature skin. Skip heavy foundation and opt for a tinted moisturizer or BB cream that evens tone while letting your skin breathe. Add a touch of cream blush in warm peach or rose to mimic a natural flush, and never underestimate the power of a good lip balm with a hint of color. For the eyes, keep it simple: a touch of mascara and maybe a soft eyeliner for definition. The desert sun highlights every detail, so less truly is more here. Smooth transition. And remember, your beauty should feel like an extension of who you are, not a mask you hide behind. When hair is easy and makeup is light, you radiate confidence that's timeless. This kind of effortless grooming not only complements your desert wardrobe, but also amplifies your presence. It's about walking into the sun and knowing you look just as fresh as you feel. Smooth transition. And now, as we bring everything together, it's time to step back and look at the bigger picture. What desert dressing at 65 really means for your lifestyle and your confidence. We've traveled through the essentials of desert dressing together: fabrics that breathe, colors that glow, silhouettes that flatter, accessories that shine, shoes that balance comfort and style, and hair and makeup that keep you radiant in the sun. Each piece is a reminder that at 65, fashion isn't about limitation, it's about liberation. The desert may seem unforgiving, but with the right choices, it becomes the perfect backdrop for your style to flourish. Smooth transition, because fashion at this age is no longer about chasing youth, it's about embracing elegance that feels true to you. Think back to the linen tunic that floats effortlessly in the breeze, or the terracotta scarf that warms your complexion. Picture yourself slipping into sandals that carry you comfortably through cobblestone streets or sandy paths, while a wide-brimmed hat frames your face with quiet sophistication. Each element isn't just about what you wear, it's about how you live. Desert chic is more than a style. It's a mindset of confidence, ease, and grace. Smooth transition. And perhaps the most beautiful part is this: you don't need to reinvent yourself to look cool at 65. The world may tell you that style fades with age, but the truth is that it simply evolves. At this stage of life, you have the wisdom to choose what works, the freedom to say no to trends that don't serve you, and the confidence to celebrate your individuality. That is the essence of age-defying fashion, not turning back the clock, but living fully in the present moment with elegance and joy. Smooth transition. So the next time you step into the desert sun, don't just think about surviving the heat. Think about thriving in it. Let your fabrics breathe. Let your colors glow. Let your silhouette flow. Protect yourself with accessories that are both practical and chic. Choose shoes that let you move with freedom, and let your beauty routine highlight, not hide, who you are. Each decision adds up to a style that is undeniably cool. Cool in temperature, cool in attitude, and cool in confidence. Smooth transition. And this is only the beginning. If you enjoyed this journey into desert fashion, make sure to subscribe and stay with us for more. In the next video, we'll explore how to look expensive on a budget after 60, because elegance isn't about how much you spend, but how wisely you choose. Until then, remember this: at 65, the desert isn't your obstacle, it's your runway. And you, my dear, are meant to shine.